Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 22 and another part of our My Team career mode with Brawn GP. Today we've got the Imola Grand Prix. Looking forward to it. I think we've got a big upgrade planned, so we're going to run through that now. I mean, once all of our upgrades are applied, apparently we are going to become the fastest team. I don't see that happening at this stage, but fingers crossed we can make a big step forward and start competing for Grand Prix victories. We are going to put in a new engine for this weekend because we know, there's a lot riding on it. We might as well keep with that component there. But yeah, it's going to be a big weekend for us because it's our upgrade weekend. We're looking to really make a big impact, so let's give ourselves the best possible chance. Last time out we got our first points of the season in Australia. We started on very worn soft tyres and that sort of compromised our race a little bit. We had to pit very early to go onto the medium tyres, but I think we reacted well. We came in early, pumped in the laps on the medium tyres. The safety car helped us out at the end to stay in front of some of our rivals. But yeah, a slow start, but certainly one that I think we can build upon, and hopefully we can keep moving forward. Both drivers have scored points. Both drivers have had a DNF, but hopefully after our upgrades things will be looking good. Now, we do have 2 aerodynamics and 2 chassis upgrades already in development, so we're going to have a little look at engine upgrade. So let's try and pick the best one that we can for performance. It's obviously going to be this intercooler. So let's see. Revisions to the intercooler allows denser air with higher oxygen content into the engine, allowing fuel to be burned more effectively, thus creating greater power. So this is going to be good, and that will be in place just before Miami, which is really, really strong. Obviously a couple of long straights there. And again, another big upgrade for us to look forward to. And look at that performance. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Right. Let's have a look then. So engine issues. So that was from... well, I'm guessing that's from Nico Hulkenberg. So 400 resource points we gained from that, which is really positive, actually. Just checking I didn't have to do anything with that. Whoops. Right. Let's have a little look then. Yeah, let's do a chassis equipment upgrade. Let's do some second driver filming and some reaction training and leave that day free. I don't want to mess up anything between now and then. Damn it.
Expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control. We'll need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
That is incredibly annoying, and I think these are going to cost a significant amount as well. Well, never mind, we're just going to have to continue on. Chassis equipment upgrade.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, so the entire development package for this weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
An upcoming news article has a question they'd like your input on. You handled that well. Thank you.
We've got a rivalry now. Yes, well, we have got one big upgrade. That one's not come through either. Goodness me. Quite a few failures there. That's really not good news. Is that one gonna... No, we don't have it. Well, I mean, we're going to have to make some big upgrades for the next Grand Prix then, but at least we have got one decent upgrade on the car. We are at Mercedes level of performance now. We've still obviously got our engine upgrade that's going to be coming through. I mean, what's really annoying is that these failure chances are apparently 20% or whatever, but they always seem to happen. But hey, it is what it is. So we're equal with Alpine and just ever so slightly, a smidgen behind Mercedes. Still behind McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari. But we know that those updates are guaranteed. If we bring them in next time out, then so be it. Obviously, we had a very, very strong race in Miami last year. So again, another race that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, disappointing that we didn't get all of the upgrades in time. But it is what it is, and you know, we have got plenty of performance. We have made a decent step forward for this Grand Prix, so that's what we got to focus on. And we know we've got plenty in the bank later in the season, but what a waste of resource points that is, and what a shame. But yeah, let's see how we get on in Imola qualifying. It's going to be a good one, another 25% race, so very important that we get a good qualifying position. And of course, it's a sprint race weekend. Well, here we come, up for our first lap in qualifying, and it's a 1:17.3, not our best time that we could put in, and certainly on my side of the garage we are struggling for pace, and that was a big demonstration of our straight line speed deficit. But I have experimented with a couple of different setups, and going for extra straight line speed just massively compromised the car in the middle part of the track. So we're sacrificing a bit on the straights, but it might be too much. I mean, Lando Norris 2.3 seconds quicker than us. Nobody else in the league of that at the moment. Norris is performing ridiculously well, but you can see we're right at the back there. 1:17.3. That's the 21st quickest time. I'm not sure we can get anywhere near Q2 here. This is quite ridiculous. Hulkenberg all the way up in 5th with a 1:15.3. That's just impossible for us. I just don't know where the time is. Well, here we come up to the line. It's not great. Only 2 tenths quicker. That's only 20th place. We are going to be out here. We have got one extra lap, but yeah, real disaster. Well, absolutely nowhere near. Quite ridiculous, really. I just don't know why we're so far off the pace. It's as if something's gone wrong somewhere, but we're in parc fermé conditions now. There's nothing we can do to change the setup of the car. We're just, yeah, in a massive hole. A massive, massive hole.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, Carlos Sainz and Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Russell and Kevin Magnussen, Ocon, Bottas, Mick Schumacher and Oscar Piastri, Tsunoda, Vettel, Nicholas Latifi and Pierre Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Joe and the captain. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Well, I mean, look at that. 2.7 seconds off pole position. That just shouldn't be happening in a car that is that quick. Now, I have read a lot online because I just was so confused as to why we were so slow. And it seems that since the latest patch, you know, pace has just gone off a cliff for my team. So it's a shame, but there's nothing we can desperately do about it. Yeah. We just got to go out there. We got to try and perform. I am going to move the tyre pressures all the way down to try and combat high tyre temps in this race. But it's a sprint race, 11 laps, and then If we're well off the pace, I'll move the AI down for the full race. We're still on 92. At the start of the season's been tough, but we've just about been hanging on. But I would have expected us to be building from last season. I have felt the AI have been a little bit too quick, certainly over one lap. So let's see how we get on in today's race. Here we go.
The formation lap gets underway ahead of today's sprint. It's going to be interesting to see who gets pole position.
Yeah, once again, the McLarens very, very quick in qualifying, 1 and 2. Charles Leclerc in third. Perez out qualifying Verstappen once again.
Ready to start the sprint as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
I'm coming around the final couple of corners for the start of the race. We're not getting exactly a good view here. We're getting a good view of the barbed wire fences, which I'm sure you're all very, very thrilled about. Here we go. We're now going to be lining up in 22nd place. We'll give it a go. I wouldn't be surprised if we are well off the pace once again, though. So let's get ready for the lights and hopefully a good race around Imola. Here we go. Lights out, away we go here in Imola. Decent start off the grid for this sprint race, but you can see straight away the AI making tenths of a second straight away, and obviously there's going to be some incidents in turn 1. Surely there's going to be contact. So we're trying to stay back, stay out of that, and just keep our eyes fixed forward and hope for the best. So obviously last year we made a little bit of a habit of going around the outside at this corner, and that's exactly what we do again. A little bit of carbon fibre on the ground there on the track, so somebody's had an incident somewhere. Yeah, struggling to keep up with Albon already, so this could be a long 11 lap race for us. Albon going over the curbs, and Bottas trying... Oh, sorry, Zhou Guanyu trying to make a move on us. That's not going to have helped him. But now Lance Stroll, we need to try and get a good exit out this final corner. That's the only real way we're going to make moves today, is on this straight. And there are a couple of people in the pits, Bottas being one of them. But there goes Guanyu. Are outside, and we just don't have anything in the tank to deal with that. And there's Latifi, he's had an incident.
Green flag.
Is there going to be any sort of safety car? I don't know, but there's still side-by-side action here with Albon and Stroll now. And once again we go around the outside. Try and get a better exit. Doesn't happen though. Still side by side Stroll and Albon though. No contact. Zhou Guanyu now. Oh, we make another move on him. It was a bold move, but he got all out of shape.
You made it look so easy.
We're at least moving on up.
Caution,
More yellow
caution.
flags, so there's been more incidents somewhere or other. And I think it's one of the McLarens who is out of the race.
Okay, DRS will be enabled.
It's Daniel Ricciardo. What a shame. He's had an engine failure, massive engine failure. Surely that is going to be a safety car. And we certainly wouldn't complain about that, bringing everybody back together. But it doesn't look like it is going to bring out a safety car. We've got more yellow flags. I think that's still Daniel Ricciardo, but Guanyu
Okay,
makes a
clear.
move there with the DRS. I can't believe we still don't have a safety car. Now Latifi has caught up to us here. Well, here we go. We are still in range of Guan Yu. DRS open, but it says a lot, doesn't it, when he's actually quicker than us, and it's a little bit of contact with Nicholas Latifi that we weren't bargaining for.
Damage, just watch out for it.
I want to see this. It just seemed a little bit too aggressive from Nicholas Latifi. Well, did he make contact? I think he did. There you go. He did make a little bit of contact. And there was already a little bit of carbon fibre on the floor there. And we went over the sausage curbs, so that won't have helped our car at all. But I'm hoping we should be quick enough that Bottas at the very least won't catch us up, but we are a long way off any resemblance of a good qualifying position for tomorrow. He's through now, and luckily for us, Vettel has had to make a pit stop, so that might be another place that we gain for tomorrow.
Okay, we think the
But still
underbody's
19th.
incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful.
We've got more yellow flags. Who's that? That's Lance Stroll, who's out of the race now.
I've got information on Stroll. Okay, they're out of this race.
Still no safety car.
Green flag.
At least another car that we're going to start ahead of tomorrow, but we're still just well off the pace. This isn't right. Okay, then here we are on the final lap of the sprint race, and like we expected, we are well off the pace of anybody else. It looks like Lando Norris is going to come round and win the sprint race. One of the Red Bulls is going to finish second, probably Perez, and Charles Leclerc in third. But well done to Lando Norris. A shame for Daniel Ricciardo that they couldn't make it a McLaren 1-2. McLaren are back, everybody. They really are, and it's amazing to see their pace at the start of the season, because on the vehicle performance comparison, they're not.
An incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a
They're not
safety
quite
car.
there now.
Okay, gap to the car
What has
ahead is
happened
11.9 seconds.
to one of the Red Bulls? I think that's a Red Bull. I think that perhaps there's been a Red Bull that has had an engine failure right at the end here, but we're coming up to the line. We're going to take 18th on the grid for tomorrow, but it could have been slightly worse, I suppose. Oh no, it's Red Bull that is T-boned the wall. Goodness me. But well done to Lando Norris. He wins the sprint, and yeah, we're going to have to move down the difficulty for tomorrow.
Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Let's move on to the constructors. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, that wraps up the sprint. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well, there you have it then. There is the Imola Grand Prix, and once again we got that stupid best lap thing. But we made a couple of overtakes. We know we weren't absolutely brilliant everywhere today, and that's just the way it goes. And you know, moving down the difficulty, I think, will help out. I have read some people are having to reduce it by 25-30 AI, which is bonkers. So I think we'll move it down to 70 for tomorrow and hope for the best. And if it ends up that it's too easy, then we'll retire from the race and we'll move on to the next one. But I don't think it will be. You know, to lose 44 seconds to the leader in an 11-lap race, we're 4 seconds a lap slower than Lando Norris, which isn't right for where our car should be. I mean, you can see where Hülkenberg is. He's P6 and fighting with the guys at the front. That's where I thought we would be this weekend. So, yeah, but 33 laps in the Imola Sprint, in the Imola Grand Prix tomorrow. Hopefully we can claw some points back and have an exciting time along the way. But if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.